I just absolutely love how in almost every band out there, the bassist is the most checked out human being on the planet. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a review of Placebo's The Bitter End. I filmed a few of these so far, and this is the first one that actually has a music video. Well, I'm not doing those fake person hears a song for the first time reaction videos. I don't buy those for a second. I actually don't watch music videos. I haven't really, there's maybe a handful of these that I have seen or that I, maybe you'll remember. I'm 46 for now, and I stopped watching music videos when MTV started sucking in the 90s. Road Rules and The Real World came out, and that was it. I just gave up. Every now and then I'll see a song, but I am actually going to be seeing this music video for the very first time. Now, this is a song review to see if a song works in a strip club. I personally don't think the video has anything to do with any of that whatsoever. However, I do know that there are strip clubs that play music videos up on screens around the club just to add more fill and motion and stuff like that. I've never liked that idea. I've always felt it was a distraction. Dancers usually feel the same way. However, if you're working in a club and your customers are paying more attention to your music videos than to the girls on stage, you've got a much bigger problem. With that being said, let's get into The Bitter End by Placebo. The song's 3 minutes and 10 seconds long. It has an average 92 beats per minute. It was a 2003 single from the band. They're from the UK, and it's off of their fourth studio album called Sleeping with Ghosts. Along with the song Every You, Every Me, The Bitter End is the most played song at Placebo's live shows. The song received critical acclaim, reaching number 12 on the UK official charts. I couldn't really find any evidence that it charted here in America, but most people I know this song. The song is somehow connected with the George Orwell book 1984. Though I write novels when I'm not doing this, I actually have never read that book. It had no interest for me whatsoever in high school when we had the option, so I really don't know anything about it. Apparently in the book there is some sort of toxic relationship, and that inspired the idea of the song The Bitter End and the lyrics behind it. If you listen to the lyrics, which I don't do, it's a little disturbing. It's kind of stalkery. But it's still a fun song. Everyone's drinking at a club. No one's paying attention, so whatever. That's about all the information I could really find on this song. Remember, it's 2003. It's an alt-rock kind of song. When you're looking to mix it with other songs in your playlists, obviously an easy way to do it is to go ahead and pull other songs from the early 2000s and also alt-rock songs specifically from the early 2000s as well. So with that being said, let's get into the actual review of the song. All right, let's hit play. Okay, right about 12 seconds or so, 12 seconds of intro. That's about all you've got to talk over. So if you're trying to post, make sure you're done by the time he starts going synths. I'm assuming that's the word synths. You can already tell from the beginning of the song that it's kind of driving. It's, ding, 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 but then you got the out of the drums, which I don't play drums. That's the best I'm ever going to do in my entire life of drumming. You're welcome. So it's going to maintain that sort of beat throughout the entire song. Just so you know, this is not one that's got a lot of crazy ups and downs in the rhythm or the tempo. So let's go ahead and jump back into it.
Since we're feeling so anesthetized in our comfort zone.
Love the pronunciation of anesthetized instead of anesthetized. Oh, Brits.
Reminds me of the second time that I followed you home.
I'm not going to pause it all the time, I promise, but see what I'm talking about with the whole stalkery thing? Since the second time I followed you home, I mean, it's... I gotta say, they're on a very large, like, radar dish, or radio telescope dish. I always feel like they're gonna, like, damage it when you see people walking on those, but I mean, they hold up to hail and stuff, so I'm sure you can handle a British band playing a song on it.
Running out of alibi. On the 2nd of May, reminds me of the summertime. On this winter's day. See you at the bitter end. See you at the bitter end. Every step we take that's synchronized. Every broken bone reminds me of the second time that I followed you home. You showered me with lullabies. As you're walking away, reminds me that it's killing time.
So, again, I don't watch music videos. I've never seen this band. I have no clue what they look like. Did not expect the lead singer to look the way he does, which is cool. I just absolutely love how in almost every band out there, the bassist is the most checked out human being on the planet. They've always got, they could just have blindfolds on. They've always got some sort of sunglasses on. They're always, maybe they're just hungover, whatever. There's, and it's like one of the more important parts of a rock and roll song is the bass line. You know, it's all important really if you think about it, but a three-piece act, you got bass, you got guitar, and then you got the drums. You can't not have that. And the drummer's going at it. The guitarist is always up there, doing their guitar thing. You got power stance, leaning in, getting girls to throw their bras at them, or whatever rock stars do. And the lead singer's lead singering. But the bassist is always just like, he's already thinking on his shopping list. I just think it's funny that once again the bassist is just totally checked out. It's so funny to me.
On this fateful day.
I love that effect with the radar thing going to green. That's actually really cool.
See you at the bitter end. See you at the bitter end.
Uh-oh. The bassist is moving.
See you at the bitter end. See you at the bitter end. Time is such a just like suicide. Sunset, come inside and see you at the bitter end. See you run around, who are sticking out one piece. See you at the bitter end. Reaching far, showing us inside the clouds. Just pretend and see you at the bitter end.
All right, that is a hard ending. There is nothing, no outro there at all. You got 1 second of just wow, or like echo or whatever. Definitely something you want to take into consideration when you're playing this song. This is a hard end. And as we get near the end, the guitar does pick up a little bit. You get a feel. That's your warning. I think it's about maybe 2.5 minutes in. So you've got 30 to 40 seconds near the end of the song before it really starts to build up. And that's your get back on the mic warning. be prepared. So it's a good, fun song. It's upbeat. It goes very well with rock and roll songs, very light metal songs, or very light hard rock songs. It'll be on the harder end of other alternative music. But it's a good song. It fits in very well. I've never actually heard anyone ever say to me, don't ever play that Placebo song for me again, which is always a good sign, because there are definitely people out there that do not like certain bands, and I don't think anyone's got any hard feelings about Placebo, one way or the other. All right, and that was the review of Placebo's The Bitter End. Pretty good song, nothing bitter about it whatsoever. I find myself every now and then playing this near the end of the night. Hey, it's not the bitter end, but we're getting pretty close, so you might want to get those drinks in now, stuff like that. Other than that, it's a fun song. It's a good song to put into your library if you don't already have it. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. Make sure you tell all your friends. Anyone who's into music can enjoy this channel. Even people who aren't into music can enjoy this channel. If you didn't like what I did, the best way to get that message across to me and to let YouTube know that I suck is you want to hit that dislike button, the thumbs down button, twice. That sends the message hardcore. Definitely do that. Until next time, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Have a good day, and I'll see you on the other side of the mic.